So I haven't done a video in a while, and I've got some things coming up that I needed to get some ideas together for, so I thought I would put this little video together to kind of talk about Codepen, which is something I use to do basically all my kind of scratch thoughts. And instead of using a pad and paper, I use Codepen. It's really nice because you can basically kind of do things on the fly, make changes real quick, and you can see what your code's doing. And then you have a baseline to kind of develop the project however you want to. Alright, so if we look at the settings here, I'm going to go through some basics, but HTML preprocessor is going to be Jade. CSS preprocessor is going to be Sass, and then I'm bringing in Bootstrap and Animate. Probably won't use the Animate, but we will use Bootstrap. JavaScript, we're bringing in jQuery and the Bootstrap JavaScript, and we're making sure our tabs, we're setting our code indentation for tabs. Alright, and we're just calling it tutorial. So we save that. Alright, and so what I want to focus on first is just writing the markup in Jade, which is pretty simple. We're going to do a container, section, an article in each section. Actually, the last one's going to be a footer. Alright, so it's pretty simple. We're just going to do, in this one, we're going to do hello world and a paragraph tag with some lorem. Alright, again, not very creative, but again, doesn't need to be. We're basically just throwing stuff together, right? So, what do we care? So, in the next section, we're going to do 3 columns. So we do a row fluid. This is all Bootstrap here. So we'll do col-md-4. And we'll copy that 3 times. Actually, we're going to have another section here, article. And the footer. Alright. And under this article, we're going to do another row fluid. And you can tell it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning because I can't type. MD-6, col-MD-6. All right. So, pretty easy markup. Excuse me. So, and we're going to copy that again. Just putting together our dummy text and making sure we're good. Alright, and so in our footer, we're going to have an A-link. And we'll give this a text center class. All right. So here we have our base, which is looking a little weird. All right. So let's take a look at, let's just put together some gray groups. We're going to pick a nice light gray for our background. Alright, so let's start styling the container. First, we'll do the background. Go with that gray we just gave. I know we want Margin 0 auto, put it in the center. And we also want to come down off the top a little. We're going to do border radius. 6 pixels. And we're going to do a max width 700 pixels. Alright, looking good. So section, we're going to style that pretty easily with a margin of 20 pixels. Article is going to be another margin 20 pixels. All right, let's do, in this first one here, let's add an image call because I want to see how images will wrap. We're going to align it left. I'm just going to grab my gravatar here. All right, and we're going to give it a padding or a class. So image class. All right, so now image class, I'm going to do just a padding of 10 pixels. That looks good. And the second one, that's looking pretty plain over there. So let's get onto the paragraph tag. We'll add the lead class for Bootstrap. I like that. But I also want to do something more with it. So we'll add the bold class, which we then can throw some additional attributes on it. So we'll do a font weight bold, font style italic. Nice. So basically, you know, simple layout. I like it. You know, it's one of many that I can start with, and you know, if I want to see things a little more all right, say we want to, oops, so I want to make things a little bit longer, you know, so I can see how it looked down the page. This is a nice little, that's a nice little way to be able to do it. Basically this is how I kind of throw stuff together instead of, you know, taking a pad and paper. To me it's just a little easier. I like seeing things quickly. I like seeing what I'm, you know, the small little bits of code we need to do this is really simple. You know, so it's not, it takes no time at all, and I can do several different iterations of this, and at the end of it I can just save them as different pens, go back and look at them and decide which one I like to use. And so hopefully that kind of sheds some light on how I first start to take a look at laying something out. Hopefully you liked the video. Thanks again for watching. Do me a favor, if you would, go ahead and hit that like button and leave me a message below. Thanks again.